Welcome back, Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy, and today's video is going to be a video response, a VR to Chad the Fatman. He is doing a 3,000 subscriber giveaway, and if you're not already subscribed to him, go check him out. Awesome guy. He was the first guy on the YouTube that gave me my first shout out, so thank you, Chad. And he said one of his ways to enter the contest was to do a VR on a video that you haven't yet done a video on. And today's video is going to be my knife edge maintenance or freehand sharpening. And I hope this works for you, Chad. We'll get it started. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. And I'm going to start out by saying I usually start out with putting a fresh edge with my Wicked Edge Sharpening System, which is a fantastic system, but the only downfall of that is if you're in the woods or you're hunting or anything like that and you need to do edge maintenance, it's not like I can throw the Wicked Edge in my backpack. So freehand sharpening is definitely something great to learn no matter what. You know, if you got some work knives, you want to put a quick edge, maybe you're at work. First off, I'm going to show you, this is the Work Sharp. It's just a small little throw in your pack sharpener. It's got a fine and a coarse stone, diamond stones. It's even got a strop, and it's also got a ceramic rod right there also. Pretty cool. It also, if you're not good at holding your angles, it also has little angle setups for you for a 20-degree angle on both sides. That's pretty interesting. I haven't really got a lot of use out of this yet because I really can't go backpacking and hunting at the moment, but probably as soon as I get back into the woods, this thing's probably going to come in handy. And that's not a bad option. Another decent option that I used to use a whole lot is one of these Smith's sharpening sticks. Really inexpensive. I think I paid 20 bucks for this. I think I paid 30 for this. This one just has a coarse side and a fine side. But this will definitely get the job done. It's just a lot more compact. This is more something to throw in your pack. Or, I mean, you can get all your sharpening done on here if that's what you want to use. But, you know, I choose to use these in my packs, throw them in my backpacks, or, you know, if I'm out and about and need to do a little edge maintenance, those work fine. Another thing that I love, this is probably my most used system, is the Spyderco Sharp Maker. I have it fixed up on a base because I like to clamp it down, so if I want to use two hands to make sure I keep my angles correct. This system is mainly for touching up an edge as it comes, because it comes with a medium grit ceramics, which their ceramics are great. I dropped them on the floor the other day and they suffered some chips, but nothing catastrophic. Basically what I use this for is two main things. It comes with medium and the fine, and then you can also purchase separately the ultra fines, which are they tell you so you know which one's the ultra fine and which one's the fine. The ultra fine has red at the end of it. Sorry about that, guys. So like I said, what I use mine for 90% of the time is after I've set my bevels on the Wicked Edge, so I got a perfectly, both sides are perfectly set, and I just need to maintain my edge. I go to this probably 95% of the time, so I don't have to go and remove more metal by putting it on the Wicked Edge, starting back over, or touching it up on there. You're losing a lot more metal by just going with this. Now, I will tell you, this is putting a micro bevel on your knife, which I love micro bevels. It adds strength to the blade, especially like say D2. Whenever I thin out D2 to say, I don't know, even at 17 degrees per side. I like to put a 20 degree. This is what this is. You can get 20 degrees and you can get 15 degrees. I like to put a 20 degree micro in pretty much all my knives. That way I can keep them up on the this system, and I can always keep a freshly sharp edge. You can also buy diamond rods for these, and carbonitride, I think it's called. Well, I don't know what the name of the other ones are, but you can buy coarse stones if you want to do all your sharpening on here. I just choose not to. If with the system as it's set up, like I said, this is basically to keep a knife sharp. You're not going to fix a damaged edge, or let me just say, you're not going to fix a damaged edge very easily. You're not going to pull out chips in a blade with these two stones, or at least I can't do it. For your novice sharpener, you're definitely going to want to use this as a honing device and keeping blades, you know, with that hair popping sharp edge. And a great thing, as long as the bevel is not, the angle is not greater than 20 degrees, you can always keep an edge up on there, and it does such an amazing job. If you're not the best at keeping a 90 degree, you know, keeping it straight up and down, there's a lot of, you know, if you go off on the angle, you can still get a super sharp edge. I'm a testament of that. Another thing that I like to use, like I've been practicing my freehand sharpening, and whenever I have a wrecked blade or something like that, I go to these DMT stones. I just bought this one. This is the extra, I mean, this is either coarse or extra coarse. I'm not sure. I don't think it says it. This is the fine stone. If I don't have any major damage, I go to the fine stone, and I go from here to, say, the sharp maker, and then to my strops. We'll get to those in a second. If I have some major chipping or rolling, I go and set the bevel with my coarse stones. Then I go to my fine, and then usually I just hit it up on the strops, because if I'm going to these, it's not going to be, I'm not trying to get no mirror polish edge or anything. I'm just looking for a sharp blade. And another suggestion that I would like to give out there is, if you're wanting to learn how to do it, and you're like me and you're scared to ruin any of your nicer knives, go buy 10 of these. This is what I use to practice on. I think I have at least 5 of these. They're like $3.99 or something like that at Walmart. The steel soft, which is a plus and a minus, but you can practice with these. You can get some super sharp edges, dull this edge out, put a new one on there. You know, these are great for so much stuff. And it's a functioning knife. You can throw this in your glove compartment, and if somebody asks you for a knife, hand them this. I promise you, you're not going to be upset if they wreck this knife. But you will be wrecked if they wreck your $50, $100, $200, $1,000 knife. I promise you, that'll give you a bad day. So, like I said, I do my freehand practicing on those DMT stones. Those work great. There's tons of stones out there. That's just what I happen to use, what was easy and accessible to me from a local hardware store. So that's why I picked those up, just so I can start to practice, because these also are really easy to throw in a pack or something. You know, if I'm out in the woods and I don't know, say I was dressing, if I was, I don't know, skinning a deer and I hit some bone and I chipped my blade out, I could pull those chips out pretty easily. This is pretty aggressive stones, and then touch them up on here, and then have one of these, which I'll go to next, are my strops. This particular strop is a flex strop. They're really, really nice. They come preloaded. This is your fine. This is your medium grit. I think what I was told, this is around 3,000 grit. This is around 6,000. I'm not certain on that. What I like about this is it's got enough length on it to where you can get a good swipe on your blade, and you're not gonna cut your hand. Being like, for instance, if I were to be using this one, it's a small one. Whether it'll still do the job, but it doesn't feel like I have the control. And this one right here it's not loaded, so it's gonna take you a long time to bring a knife back to being sharp. But if you have a sharp knife, this will definitely refine the edge. That's basically what this is for, being that it has no compound. It's just not gonna cut like, say, a leather strap like this one, like I made. This one has the Wicked Edge diamond paste on it. And this strap is just a homemade strap. I use bridle leather, a flat piece of wood, and this one cuts really fast. That's one thing I like about the Wicked Edge paste. It comes in a little bitty tube with just a little bit, but a little bit goes a long way. I barely put any on this, and I was able to cover this whole entire block. And like I said, homemade. I think I paid $3 for the leather, and the wood was a piece of scrap wood. So all in all, with the paste, you know, maybe I used $3 worth of that paste. That's $6. Under $10, you can make your own strap. I think this one cost 20 or 30 bucks. Very quality. Another strap I like to use a lot is the strap, the Knives Plus strap. It's got a lot. Let me see if I can take this out of here. The leather on it's a lot thinner and it's softer than the flex strap, but I love the way, as you can see right there, the leather's a little bit softer than the this strap right here. But I love how I don't know how they go about it, but they got enough compound in here to last you years and years. They do a really good job of loading these up. Very easy to use. I like to hold mine in my hand so I can see what my angle's at and then go from there. Let's see if I touched all bases. Another good knife to practice on is the Open L. These are like 10 bucks, and one reason why I like practicing on these is because they have a super thin edge, so you can easily use the Spyderco Sharp Maker, because you're definitely going to be able to put a micro on there, because that edge is way more acute than what the 20-degree setup is. So this is another one that the steel is not extremely hard. Pretty easy. This is the carbon steel version. It's very easy to manipulate that steel. Just you know, that's just my thoughts. I hope this worked, and I hope everybody enjoyed this type of video. I know I got a lot of requests to do some sharpening demonstration videos. Before I can do that, I need to get a computer so I can edit videos so it's not a 3-hour-long video. Nobody wants to see that. And if you do, I'm sorry. It's just way too much work. I'd also need to get some lighting where I do my sharpening at. So for right now, I hope this suffices. Chad, congratulations, buddy, on 3,000 subscribers. He's a really great guy. I definitely, if for some odd reason y'all follow me and you don't know who he is, definitely go give him a follow. Tell him I sent you. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And remember, guys, live every day as if it were your last. Peace.